दाढ़ी है, क्या बाल है, क्या अदा है, क्या दाढ़ी है.
Jalal, shut your mouth.
Okay, sir.
That's your table.
New installation.
Okay. Jalal, nan zaman mu dir zat kharab. The class sokna ali direct music. Okay, so today we will discuss about creating a database from the initial, how to create a database in SQL Server. Then we will create the basic component table, how to create a table, and then we will store some data in those tables. And in the third, I will show you how to copy one database from one PC to the another. So for that, there is a proper method for copying a database from one laptop, from one PC to another, without losing the data. The same database, the same records, the same tables, but they will be shifted from one PC to another. Is it clear? And then we will continue the remaining queries. Last time, in the last lecture, we discussed that. In the last lecture, we discussed about the where clause. We discussed about the operators. Do you remember?
Yes. Yes, sir.
The greater than or equal to, less than or equal to, not equal to, between, and, in, like, is none. So we discussed all those operators last week. So today we will discuss about the remaining queries, the second clause, the order by. How we can choose some data, and we will also discuss about the logical operators. Do you remember the logical operators in C++? What were those?
Plus, minus,
That's why I told you.
Lowest, no, sir.
and or not.
And or not.
Clear? So we'll discuss about those operators. First of all, I wish a database simply. So I'm creating a simple database. So for creating a simple database, we need to click on new database. By that we can select the options. Okay, now one more thing. The main thing is that you must need to create your database on another separate drive other than on which the Windows is installed. If you create the database on the same drive on which you install the window, so there is 100% chance that if the Windows is got corrupt, you will lose all your databases. Clear? So always try to create the database, or it is strongly recommended to create database other than Windows drive, on other than Windows drive. If you have installed the Windows on C drive, always create your databases on D drive. If the Windows got corrupt, your database will be saved. Clear? So how to change the location path of database? By default, when we click on new database, so by default its directory, its path is C drive. Clear? So but I am not willing to create that on C drive, so I'm changing the path by clicking on the list. So now I want to create my database in D drive, and let me.
So is there any way that the SQL Server get the backup of all the database?
Yeah.
For example, daily or automatically?
I will show you. Okay. Let me create. Yes, Bob. Let me create a folder. Or okay, I'm creating that in the folder of the database concept lectures. So you guys need to copy that from there.
So can you record this?
Yeah, it's recording. So I'm creating a database, new database. This time I'm changing its path from C drive to the D drives in the lectures and in database concept. So now the directory is D lectures database concept. Same for the log file as well. So the log file as well, the directory is changed. So if suppose the Windows got corrupted, so I can still use my database. Okay. Provide a name, suppose my database. Let me reduce the size. Okay, I think it is visible. So now my database is created in D drive in the lectures folder. Let me show you where it is. So you can see that the database is now created in the log file. The log file also is created in the lectures folder. Clear? In the D drive lectures and here. Clear? So always try to create your database other than on which you install your Windows. Now simply how to create a table in that database. It contains by default so many things: database diagrams for creating the relationships, tables, views, and so many other options. So I'm creating a new table. So here are the column names, the attribute names. Student ID. I'm using here voucher. Why I'm using here voucher? might be, in your case, that is just an ID, but in the case of Kardan, that is virtual, 201 hyphen sign and then 160. So that hyphen sign is not a numeric, it is a special character. That dash is not numeric, it is a special character. So if you are trying to store any character in the number, so you need to change its type to virtual. Student name, address, it should also be virtual, email, saving the table with the name of student. Now how to add some record to the table. There are two methods. One is by query. So by storing the record by query method, you will discuss all those in detail in database administration. So I'm entering some record. So there are two records and they are saved in my database table. Now I want to take the copy of my database. So SQL Server is not just like your MS Office that you will simply copy on the database and you paste it. No, this is not a proper way, and it will not allow you even. Suppose I'm clicking here, so there is no copy and paste option. There is no copy option, there is no paste option. So the proper method of shifting your database from one from one PC to another PC is that first of all you need to take a proper backup. After taking a proper backup, you need to copy that file in USB, in external drive, whatever you have, and then you need to restore that on your PC on which you want to shift that database. So now I want to copy the database here, my test DB, clear? So my test DB contains the record of the employees. I will give you that database file, so you need to restore that on your laptops. So it contains some records, so I want to create the backup of that my test database. So right click on the database. Here you will see task. In the task you will see that backup, clear? So when you click on backup, you will see here that which database backup you want to take. I want to take the backup of my test database. What type of backup you want to take? Just the transaction log backup or the full? So I want to take the full backup. Now I'm removing the location where the backup should be created. Automatically, by default, the path is the backup files in the Microsoft SQL Server installation files, that is on the C drive. So if you are taking the backup on the same installation folder that is in the C drive, so if Windows got corrupt, you will also lose your backup as well, clear? So always prefer to take the backup on any other drive, but not on the C drive on which the Windows is installed. Clear? So I'm removing this path and giving it some backup path. So I want to take the backup of my files in the database concept. Clear? Now what is the name of the file? My test database. Okay. When you click OK, so you can see the option here, the backup of database my test DB is completed successfully, but that will be in the form of a file. Let me show you where the backup is. So this is the backup file. This is the backup file. Now you can copy this file in your USB, and you can shift the database completely with the whole records to any other computer. Let me show you. Now I am deleting the database.
Sir,
Yes.
I think there was the copy option under the backup option.
I don't think so. I'm deleting the database, and now delete. The backup is also deleted, so there is you cannot recover the files again. So I'm not deleting the backup files. Deleted. Clear? Let me show you. My test database. My test database is deleted. Clear? Suppose this is your own PC, you don't have that database, but you have the file in the USB with yourself that. So how you will recover again the database, or how you can shift all the database with the complete records. So you need to click on that. You will see here restore database. Click on the main database folder. So you will see here restore database. When you click on the restore database, let me reduce this size. So from where you want to restore the database, and to database my test DB, and from where you want to restore that. I want to restore that from a device. So from the file, add a file. What is the type of the backup media? It is a type of file. So I am searching for the file where that file is. So that file is now in the D drive. It is not showing you the backup file. It is not showing you the backup file. Why? Because from there you need to select all file types. So now all files are visible, and this is the backup file. I select the file. Okay.
Sir, select the restore.
Yes. So database is restored successfully. Now we will check that whether is it the same database or not. So recently we delete the same database. Now we will check that whether it is the same database or not. Yes, it is the same database with the same files. we delete all the records, all the database, then we retrieve the records by restoring the backup again. Clear? Then last time we were working on the queries, and we wrote some different types of queries for different purpose. Select all the data from employee, then we discussed about some operators. Select all the data from employee. We use a clause where, that is the second clause, where salary is equal to 1000. So that is only checking for a particular search, just equal to. It will not search greater than, less than, or any other thing. Then we discussed about the another operator, where salary is greater than or equal to 1000. So now it will show all those records that are fixed getting the $1000 salary or greater than that. Then we discussed about the less than. So it will show you only those records whose salary is less than 1000. If you select equal to, so then it will show you all those records, they are getting the equal amount or less than amount. Then we discussed about the not equal to. So not equal to symbol is this. So it will not show you those records who are getting the salary of 1000 and all the rest of the other records, whether they are less than or whether they are greater than. So all the records are retrieved. Someone is getting 800, someone is getting 3000, but you will not find the record who is getting 1000, because we use in the query that don't show me the records their salary is 1000. Clear? Not equal to. Salary is not equal to 1000. It means that don't show me those records whose salary is equal to 1000 and show me all the rest of the records. Then we discussed about the between and AND operator. So it will display only those records who lie in between that range from 1000 to 1900. Then we discussed about the in operator. What is the function of in operator, Nadeem?
In operator, sir?
In operator. In. Can I write like this? 1, 4, 5.
No.
What should I need to do?
Use the in operators.
Will it work now?
No, sir, parentheses.
For multiple searching of record, we use the in operator. Clear? Then we use the is null operator. What is the function of is null operator, Nadeem?
Is null operator.
It will perform the pattern matching to perform wildcard searches for valid search string values. So wildcard operators are your underscore and percentage sign. So percentage sign denotes the zero or many characters, because might be there are records. If you save a name, so Ali, Ahmad, so they contain more than one alphabet, not only just A. You also need to display the rest of the string, whatever the string contain, if that is Ali, if that is Ahmad, but we want to perform the search by the letter A. So in that case, if you use only the A inside the single quotation mark, then it will not show you anything, because the name contains the other alphabets as well, Ali, Ahmad. It will not show. So you need to write the percentage sign, which denotes zero or many characters. Might be there is only A stored in the database, or might be there is a string, Ali, Ahmad. Ali, Ahmad is a string, and might be you guys have an idea of string in the object oriented as well. You read the functions, what is string. So the underscore denotes one character. It means that if you want to search the second character, then we will use the underscore. On first we will use the underscore, so it will perform the search by starting it, defining conditions using the logical operators. We have some different types of logical operators: and, or, and not. These are the same as we discussed that in the other languages as well. And will return the true result when the both conditions are true. First condition is true and the second condition is true, so overall result will be true. If you are using the or operator, so that will return a true if any one of the two conditions or more than two conditions is true. If one condition is true and the second is false, then overall result is true. But in the and operator, if one condition is true and the second is false, the result is false. The result will be false until both of the conditions will become true. So not operator is complement, just like complement. If the result is true, it will give you false. Later on you will discuss that in the digital logic and design, the not gate. So returns true if the condition is false. Clear? The true result depends upon the false condition. Clear? We will write a query and then your confusion will clear. Okay, now I'm writing here a query to perform a search. First of all, look at the general syntax. Select, from, where, and. The logical operators, they should be in the end. End means last. So I am selecting all the records from employee table where salary is greater than or equal to 1000 and is the condition, and employee name or the job. Okay, job is equal to clerk.
So there is an extra character.
So now two types of searches performed, and both of them are true. I give them the condition: select all the data from employee where the employee salary is equal to 1000 or greater than 1000, and check the another condition as well. If that is true, then retrieve the record, otherwise it will not retrieve the record. And their job, their designation is clerk. So look at here, clerk and clerk. So one clerk is getting 1000 and the second clerk is getting 1200. So the condition is true. If I remove the greater than sign, so now this time I'm not using the and operator, I'm using the or operator. So selecting all the data from employee table where salary is greater than or equal to, suppose, $5,000, and I know this condition is false, but just to show you the working of OR, I'm using this. So OR job is equal to clerk. So the first condition is false. Martin's salary is 800. George is getting 1000 and Jimmy is getting 1200, but still 3 records are retrieved because the second condition is true. The first, this one is false. No one is getting salary equal to 5000 and greater than. But we have some records, their designation, their job is clerk. So one condition is false and one is true. So overall the result is true. It will retrieve the record. Clear? But if we were using the AND, in AND we must need to check both of the conditions. If one is false and the second is true, overall result will be false. If one is true and the second is also true, then there must be some records retrieved from the database. Clear? So that is the difference in AND and OR. Just like your another program. What is the working of NOT operator? Suppose I want to search that select all the records from employee table where the job not in don't show me the record of CEO, don't show me the record of manager, and don't show me the record of clerk. So there are only 2 guys left in the organization and their job is analyst. Clear? So not in means don't show me. Not operator, we can apply the not operator on the rest of the not between, not in, is not null. Clear? So not operator can be applied on all of the other operators as well. Clear? Now this time I don't want to see the record of just the CEO and the clerk. So the manager record is now displayed. It is retrieved. Clear? If I remove the not, so it will only show me the record of CEO and the clerk. If I use the not operator, so the result is totally reverse. The definition of not operator is it will return a true when the result is false. So now it is not showing me the record of CEO and the clerk and all the rest of the records. Arithmetic operators, plus, minus, and we applied those in the first lecture. Concatenation operators for adding the string, that is also in the lecture as well. Comparison conditions. What are the comparison conditions? Yeah. We use the is operator and is not operator. We use the null operator and is not null. We use the like operator, not like operator. And we use the in operator and not in operator. Then we use the between operator and also the not between operator. We use the not equal to operator. Then we use the and, or, and not as well. Clear? So rules for precedence, the precedence of logical operator. So this is the precedence of logical operator. We discussed all of the operators, and this is the rule of precedence. It means the rule which operator will be executed first. So if you have arithmetic operators in your query, that will be executed first. Their priority is high. If you have concatenation operator on second, they will execute. Then comparison condition, then is, null, like, in. Then between, then not equal to, not, and or. So and priority is higher than or. Clear? Or priority is less than and. So now in the first query, select last name, job ID, salary from employees where job ID is equal to SA that whatever, or job ID is equal to address present and the salary is greater than 15,000. So now which operator will execute first? Look at the arrows. AND operator will be executed first. Clear? First of all, the AND operator will be executed. First of all, the AND operator will be executed. It will check the condition. It will check the both conditions. Clear? And then the OR will execute. Because the AND priority is high and the OR priority is less. Now, if you put parenthesis, so priority is increased. Now this time, actually the priority of AND is high, but this time now you put the parenthesis. So the OR operator priority will become high and it will execute that first and the AND on second. Is it clear?
Yes.
So that is the precedence of operator inside your query.
Yes.
Now we will use one more operator, the order by clause. Select all the data from employee table. Now this time I'm using order by employee name. So it will search the records by the name. Look at here. Ahmad, Ford, Jimmy, George, Khalid. They all are in arrange alphabetical order. Clear? So order by, so by default the order by is ascending. Ascending means when you from less than to greater than. Clear? And descending is the reverse, from greater to less than. So by default order by, when you simply write order by, so that is by default ascending. But if you want to write the word ASC, so that is optional, ascending. Still it will work the same. Clear? But if you want to display the records in descending order, so select all the data from employee. Now this time order by employee name and descending, the word descending, DESC. Clear? That is the word of the query to display the record in descending. Now this time the records will be displayed reverse. Smith, Martin, King, George, Jimmy, and the record will start from A, that will be in the last. Clear? So you can perform the search on any of the attribute. Select all the records from employee and order by employee ID. And now I want to print that in reverse order, descending order. So 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, and they all are in descending reverse order. Is it clear? So that is the working of your order by of hiring. So sort retrieve rows with the order by clause, ascending the word ASC, that is optional. If you are using just order by, so by default it is in ascending order. But if you want to print it in descending, then you need to write the word descending, DESC, that is the reserved word. The order by clause comes last in the select statement. Clear? First of all, the select will come. How many columns you want to select, how many attributes you want to select, then from which table you want to select, and then the order by, it must be in the last. Clear? So if you want to, in the first query, it is visible that descending. If you want to search the date of hire in reverse, show me those records who are recently employed, and then go to the less value. Go to the past, go to the previous values in descending order. Sorting by column alias. Now look at the second query. Select employee ID, last name, annual salary, and column alias, that is the annual cell, from employees and order by annual cell. Clear? Now this time the records will be arranged on the basis of calculated column. Clear? So you can also arrange and print the data by using order by using the column alias, and now you know what the column alias is. So you can sort by using the columns numeric position as well. Let me show you how that works, and you can use the multiple selections as well. Let me show you. So selecting all the records from employee. Now order by employee or order by employee name and job. Clear? Okay, look at here. So both are, first of all, the employee name by employee name. So now this time it is searching it by the job. So now this time the records are retrieved by seeing the job. First of all, arrange the job and display the record, and then arrange the name. But already once we arrange that select employee name, job, salary from employee and order by job. First of all, it will order by the job, then the salary. So you can perform the search on the records as well. Now this time I'm changing it to descending. So there are, look at the manager records. There are 5 managers, and look at their salary. The first one is getting 3,000, second is 2,300, the fourth is 23, then the 2,000, and then 1,800. If I change it to ascending, now the job is also retrieved by ascending, and now the salary will be retrieved by also as ascending. Look at here. Now look at the records of manager. Now this 1,800 record is on top. 1,800, 2,000, 2,300 and 3,000, and all having the same designation. Clear? So first of all, we use the select, selecting whatever columns you are selecting, then from which table. Then you can use the condition as well, where salary is greater than, and order by salary. Let me show you how it works. So I am selecting employee name, job, salary from employee, where salary is greater than or equal to 1,000 and order by salary in descending order. Now look at here, all these guys are getting salary greater than $1,000, and now the salary is arranged in descending order. First of all, the CEO, he's getting $3,000, then manager, then $2,300, then 23, 2,000, 1,800, 1,450, 1,350, 1,200, 1,000. If you remove that, so now this time it will perform the ascending search. Now the smallest value of the salary is above and the largest is below in the ascending. Is it clear? This time the job, this will be in descending,